welcome back. Today I thought I'd do like a small wrap-up video of my involvement in the Lord of the Dank beer competition. Also let you know how I got on, and also thought we'd crack open my entry. It's the very last bottle. It's about 4 months old now, but yeah, I was keen to see how it's still tasting and share it with you guys. But before we start, first off, I just want to do a massive shout out to Carl from Floor Sweepers Union. Carl was the man that dreamt up the competition and organised it and did pretty much all the logistics as far as swapping beers around. So there were 9 entries between New Zealand and Australia, and we each got to taste each other's beers. And we scored them. Those scores we each sent off to Big Banana in Northern Ireland, and Big Banana did a video sort of going through how everyone placed right up to the top 3. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link below, and also to Carl's channel. Highly recommend checking out Big Banana's video. It's even if you're not interested in the competition, he put a lot of work and effort into it, and it's a very funny video in its own right. So check that out. And who else? Yeah, big shout out to all the other guys that entered the competition. Some fantastic beers. There were no dud beers. They were all really good beers. And I think overall it's a pretty close competition. So yeah, I was lucky enough to come third, which was a big surprise given the competition. Didn't have any expectations at all. So watched the Big Banana video and was waiting for my name to be announced from the bottom up, and ended up getting third. So that was a real nice surprise. So especially, like I say, with the quality of the beers and the competition. So nice little hiss off the top there. So yeah, we'll pour the beer pour the beer up. So this was brewed back in June, so it's early June as well, so it's a good, what, more than that, early June, nearly 4 months old. No, more than that, nearly 5 months old. Pour it carefully, because it looks like it's going to pour up a pretty big head. I know that's you're not meant to do that. So there it is there. So what I might do is we'll just pause there briefly, come back once this head dies down. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, as I was saying, I think I don't think it's super carb, but that head is probably mainly down to the Aurora malt in there. But I've let it settle down. So yeah, beautiful deep sort of crimson colour. That head's not going to go anywhere. It's nice and pillowy. It's fairly clear, but I topped it up and unfortunately tipped a little bit of crap in there. But yeah, so there she is there. So just very quickly, what's in the beer. It's a super simple recipe. Decided to go into the comp with a mindset of like cooking, try and keep it simple flavours. So it's 50% Gladfield's Vienna, 50% Aurora malt, and that's all the malts in there. Now if you're not familiar with Aurora, it's an aromatic malt. Just reading a bit of a description here. It's been developed to produce rich bready fruitcake aroma and orange red colour, which it looks like it's done a great job of. Adds rich malty flavours to beer. So I added that 50%, and then I added the Vienna, which has a nice sort of sweetness to it. So there's no crystal in there, so any sweetness will come from the Vienna. And then it's just single hop with Columbus, starting at 15 minutes from the end of the boil. So 15, 5, 0, and then a dry hop. Came out at 6.4%. 50 IBUs. So yeah, let's get a nose on it. I'm expecting the hops to have died off, but they're still there. there's still like a bit of piney sort of resin coming off the top. So I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, the Lord of the Dank competition was all about getting a real hoppy, danky, piney, resinous sort of IPA or a double IPA. So this is sort of more of an IPA. But yeah, still got some sort of resin and pine. The other qualities of the hops probably died off. So you're not really getting much, and a little bit of citrus, but not too much. But I am picking up that sort of bready sort of fruit cake from the malts. But anyway, guys, let's not delay it any longer. We'll dive in. Cheers to you all. Cheers, Carl. Cheers, Big Banana, and cheers the other entrants. It's definitely got a big malty body to it from that Aurora. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. I did do a 100% Aurora malt beer, which was really nice as well. But I think the Vienna, or splitting it with the Vienna, just gives it a little, sort of rounds it out, gives it a little bit of sweetness, sort of dials back that rich fruit cakey malt from the Aurora. Bitterness is still there, it's about 50 IBU. And that's still coming through. But yeah, it's a nice big hit up front, but then tapers away nicely. Yeah, getting that, you know, once again getting the rich fruit cakey, bready sort of malt character. So if you like an IPA or a hoppy IPA with a real nice malty backbone to it as well, yeah, highly recommend chucking in some Aurora. Maybe getting a little bit of like grapefruit from the hops, but not much. But yeah, definitely more pine and resin. I think the hops have combined with the Aurora to almost give it a little bit of, say, like a little marmalade type taste going on too. But it survived quite well for 4 months. Not picking up any off aromas or flavours, and it's not tasting like an old beer, so it survived really, really well. It's been in the fridge the whole time, so that would have helped. As you can see, that head is sticking around, it's not going anywhere. That's another quality of the Aurora malt, very good head formation and retention and lacing. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. I'm not sure there's anything else to tell you. I'll maybe before now or round about now, I'll just scroll up the recipe quickly. If you're interested, just sing out, ask any questions. And the yeast, I use the old Mangrove Jack's M44 West Coast yeast, which seemed to be a nice change from US05. Yeah, and I did it as a stove topper. So I'll put a link maybe to the original brew day if you haven't seen that. So it's an 8 litre brew in a bag stove top. So just goes to show you can make good beers on top of the stove. So okay guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you shortly. Over and out. Cheers.